Real quick, I want to thank Glenn and the USPTA for having me out here today. Also, I want to introduce the players I have with me. This is Gustavo Sanchez. He's from Venezuela. He's one of our tour coaches. And this is Sam Harrison. Just got here from London 12 days ago. 12 days ago. So, in your packets, you'll see that there's 4 pages of what I'm talking about. Not really. They're handing out a single page. I basically condensed this into basically what Sam's day 5 workout is. And it goes over this. So I'll go over it with you as we go along, but I just don't want you to think I was going over it. Yes? They'll be handing out the one sheet for you guys. They don't want you to think I was talking for 3 hours with 5 pages of stuff in there. Anyway, people talked about warm-up, and one of the things I want to discuss about warm-up is that just to have a routine, something that players go over. A lot of our players have the same warm-up, and then some have specific things they do to warm up their footwork, things like that. So we have player-specific warm-ups, and then general warm-ups for everybody else. One of the things we emphasize is jump ropes. I'm going to need some help with this with Sam. Anybody have a stopwatch with them? Nobody has a stopwatch? Two. Okay, Lalo, count 60 seconds, okay? When you get to 40 seconds left, say 20 seconds left, sorry, when you get 20 seconds left, tell them 20 seconds left. I need you guys to help me count, because usually when we do it, the goal is 201 minutes. And usually players get to like 185, 190, and I think he's getting like 240, 230, but I can't count that fast, so I need help counting his. I videotaped it yesterday, but, so ready? 1 minute. When you get to 20 seconds left, count 20 seconds. He'll go faster. Ready? Go. Go, go.
Dude, I'm tired already just watching now.
Anybody? That's pretty good. I think the double jumps is cheating. Nobody does doubles, but we're still arguing about that. But anybody get more than 200? I got to like 180 and lost count when he started doubles. Yeah? It's pretty good. Anyway, we like to emphasize jumping rope, and we always give our players a number. We're always counting something. They gotta have something to strive for all the time. So, we're gonna start with the warm-up. Okay? On the sheet it says quadrants. There isn't really, we don't use 4 quadrants. There's usually sometimes less, sometimes more, but they still call them quadrants, so I stuck with that name. We start with the warm-up, and every player we work with, when they go on the court, even for just the warm-up, there's an objective. There's always something they have to be doing. Right now, he's got to get 15 balls in a row, right back in the middle. If he misses, we don't go on to the next drill until he gets 15 balls in a row, right to the middle. Okay? Control, with this drill, you can work on anything. You can say, make sure you're set up, make sure your racket's back, whatever you want, but the objective is still the same. You miss? Yeah. Man. We only have an hour, so we're going to move this along fairly quick, just to give you the idea of what we do. A lot of the players that we get, like Sam, come in. They're already good players. They're looking to get to that next level, and our job is to get them there, both mentally, not and physically, obviously, but teaching them strategy and getting them going pretty quick. Sam had his first men's pro tournament in February 28th, so we have a good 5 weeks to get them ready, and this is the best way we found to do these things. We'll have to move out to the baseline, so let's pretend they got 15. They go back to the baseline. He's got to get now 15 back. By the way, once they get 15, we stop. We like our players to have success. We're working with somebody that was an intermediate player, it might be 7. But as soon as they get 7, we stop. We like to show them success right away. We don't keep it going. We move on to the next drill. Right there, he would call it out. They'd go over again. We don't really give them an inch. If it's out, it's out. That's the way it goes. They got to get it. Now, it doesn't matter if he misses. It only matters if Sam misses. So if he was to miss like that one, Sam's job is to get that ball back in the middle no matter where the ball goes, unless obviously it's a shank and hits the fence or something. But pretty much, he's got to get every ball. It doesn't matter what the hitting partner is doing. One more? Does everybody have the one sheet now? Okay, good. And this is basically, we have one of these sheets every day. This is obviously day 5 for Sam, and we're basically going to go through his workout. So the 15 deep. Let's start with cross courts. Now cross courts at Sam's level, we start the warm-up with past the service line. Okay, so let's go backhands cross court. Forehands for Sam. Same thing, it's got to go 15 on that side of the court, past the service line. This is still just the warm-up. It's got to get to it on one bounce, make a play, start over. A lot of this is getting the players to focus right away on their objective. They got to figure out how hard they want to hit the ball to be able to control it, how much spin they want to put on it.
One.
See, short.
That's one.
Sam has been in the system about 12 days. Still getting a little used to it, but doing well so far.
Start over.
At this level of play, when we have this workout, we don't really schedule a time limit. We're done when we're done. You know, they just keep going until they get it. And with that, we show what that teaches the players is that they got to figure out a way to get it done. Obviously, if they're having something technically wrong with their stroke, we stop, we work on it, but then we go back to the drill. We may change it and say only get 10, but they got to get a certain number.
That's one.
Okay. Hold up. Just real quick, a question for everybody. I hear a lot of people talk about muscle memory. A lot of players come to me and say, "Yeah, if I do this enough, we're going to get muscle memory." And what's the reason that we hit thousands of balls out here? Anybody have an idea? I mean, anybody have a thought about that? What do we got? We say it takes 10,000 balls to get that forehand perfect, or 20,000, whatever the number is. What's the purpose? Good? Good? Anybody else? Anybody over there? Okay. One of the things we teach our players is that muscle memory, in my opinion, doesn't exist. Muscles don't remember things. Okay? I can do this all day long, but if I don't focus on what I'm doing, I'm never going to get it. Okay? Our goal is not effortless effort, it's effortless concentration. We want our players to get 15 balls in a row effortlessly by focusing, right, on the ball, whatever they have to do. Not that this is going to happen naturally because you've hit 10,000. No such thing. And a lot of the players that come in think that's the goal, and it's not. So when we use our zones, is what it's for. Okay? Now, we just finished the warm-up. Part of Sam's workout now is technically we're going to work with him on his footwork, shuffling back to the center. He needs to get now, put this down here, forehand cross court, 5 deep, 7 wide. So he's going to go back to the forehand. His warm-up was past the service line, but if he wants to make it on tour, ball has to be deeper. So now that we're warmed up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's his new one. So this is 7 wide, okay? That's 5 deep. He's got to go back to the center after every shot, okay? And we're doing best of 7 5 times, okay? I want him to work really hard for 7 balls and focus, and then give him a rest. He's got five chances to do that in. So ready? Back to the center after every shot.
Down the line, yeah?
Cross court. Forehands cross court. Ready? 0 for 1. There we go. 0 for 2. There you go. 1 for 3. 1 for 4.
Good.
2 for 5.
Good.
3 for 6. I was in. Okay. 3 for 7. We jot that down and takes a rest. We talk about anything he may be doing wrong. Okay? We discuss it, we go on to the next one. He gets to rest. The most we ever do on something like this is 10. Live ball is 15. Okay, we want to work on a work-rest ratio. Give the player. We don't want the player exhausted for the next drill. So once again, 7 balls cross court. He knows he has 3 last time. He's trying to get more. There's 1. 1 for 1. 1 for 2. 1 for 3. 1 for 4. A little more on the outside of the ball, Sam. 2 for 5, I think. 3 for 6. 4 for 7. Jot that one down. He would go through that. Let's work on one of the things we really need to work on with him. Then we would do 5 down lines. Backhand cross court. Sam? Okay. Technically, we're still working on that, so we're going to keep it to the service line. He still has to go. Now it's best of 10. Okay. Ken DeHart was nice enough to help us yesterday with his backhand, so we're going to work on what Ken did with us yesterday. Right? Racket closer to the ear. Now he's just focusing on technique. So we've changed it up. He still has to get best of 10. No line this time. Past the service line. Okay? Only technique, best of 10. I don't care if he recovers back to the middle. I just want him standing there and focusing just on his technique. There's that 1 for 2. 1 for 3, closer to the ear. A lot closer. 1 for 4. 2 for 5. Go, go, go. 2 for 6. 2 for 7. 3 for 8. 3 for 9. 4 for 10. Okay? At this point, we would discuss anything that's going on. Okay? So Sam, on that one, was your backhand as close to your body as you'd like it? Can you feel it? Okay. Let's do one more time. Let's do best of 5 this time. Okay, so we can move along. Ready? Closer to the ear. Up, closer. And sooner. What did Ken say yesterday about the left hand? Left hand, take it back. Okay, left hand, take it back. Ready? Start over. Again. 0 for 1. 0 for 2. 0 for 3. 1 for 4. 2 for 5. Okay? What else do we got on here? We would go through this if we have on here 7 wide, 10 by 10. What we would do is 10 times. Okay? Keep doing it. After every session, we would stop and talk about what he was doing, make an adjustment, but there's always a number. Always a number. Sometimes we'll go to 14. If he says, hey, can I have a couple of more? Great, no problem. But we at least finish the 10. Okay. We work in blocks. I don't know if you look at your sheet, it says block 1, warm up, live ball, block 2, feed. We like to work our players hard for 2 blocks, sometimes 3, and then distract them with something fun. So we'll come up to the net. We'll play a quick game of mini tennis. First one to 5. Okay? If we were to be going really through this workout, Sam would be huffing and puffing after 10. Mentally, he'd be a little bit drained. You want to get them out of that rhythm and focused again. There's a way to calm them down, relax them a little bit. What's the score? 2-0. 2-0. Come on, coach. Before Sam got here, I was ranked 2 in the world in mini tennis. Now I've dropped to like 3. I have yet to beat him. Nice. 3-1. Go, go, go. 4-1. Don't lose, Gustavo. Or 2. We always play sudden death. Game. Okay, let's move on, yeah. We have a short amount of time. Okay, so we just finished that. We're going to go back to the feet ball drill. We're going to show you guys 2 drills that we do, mostly for movement. On your sheet, it's called ASPA. And ASPA is basically a figure 8 drill. And there's a lot of different variations you can do with ASPA. I'll show you a couple. Again, always to the zones. We never change the zones. Or A zone, he's always working on something. So he's going to go 4 hands cross court, past the service line. Okay, I'm sorry, the deep ones cross court, the short ones down the line. Okay, on this one he's supposed to get, where are we at? We're going to do 4 rounds of 5. So that's, and, okay, we're not going to do 5 deep. So, past the service line, okay, backhand cross court, deep, 4 hands short down the line. Okay, and here's what we've got to go 4 rounds. 0 for 1, go, 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 get in, get in. So we're only going to count the ones that are in. Back, back, back. Down the line this one. Good. Deep this one. So now I'm working him back. And I'm watching his footwork. Can he move in? Can he move back for this one? Back, back. And be set. You can make this drill as easy or as hard as you want. Here's a little easier ball. He's gone 2 rounds now. He's got 3 more to go. That one's cross court. Down the line here. Good. Deep. Cross court. Short. Down the line. Go, go. Good. Back. Good. And short. Good. Okay. 16 balls. Pretty tired working that hard for 16 balls. When you do this, sometimes you get players that are not trying to work so hard, so they just tap the ball and play. And we always tell the player, is that how you want to play in your match? So you always want to watch for the quality of ball they're hitting. We find that anything above 16 balls, 15 balls, they're exhausted afterwards. When you go from 16 to 20 to 24, the quality of the ball is going to come down. So they're not going to give you 100% anymore. They're going to give you 80%, 60%, down to nothing. Now they're just pushing it in. We don't want that. So he did 4 rounds at 16 balls. Give him a rest, he would do it again. If we had 2 players going, he would finish his 16th ball, he would pick up, and the next person would be going. Okay? On your sheet it talks about time control, making sure that you use time effectively on the court. There's one way. It's making sure that one's picking up, one's hitting. If it's just him, he just gets a break, you know? But that's why we don't set a time limit to the practices. We just go until we get it done. Okay? So this time, let's do 2 rounds. Okay, same thing. We're only going to count the ones that are in. Okay, the same many out of 8 he can get. Ready? Deep ones cross court, yes. Deep ones cross court, short ones down the line. Okay? 1, go, go. Go, go. 2. Good, there's 1 round, 1 more. I want to make sure the quality of the ball he's hitting is always good. It does not drop. Good, and in. Okay. See? But when you see that and a player gets tired, I would, if I was really working him hard, I would change that drill. We would still do the same number of balls. So I would go, instead of 4 rounds, I would do 2 rounds, and I would just double the amount of sets. So he still has to do the same amount of balls. That's what it's written for. But if I'm working him at 16 balls and he's exhausted, I would just cut it to 8 balls and do twice the number. Make sense? But the plan does not change. He still has to get that number. What do we have next on here? Okay, triangle. Have we done triangle, Sam? Yeah, we did. We killed him the first day. Okay, so triangle is all about running around the forehand, moving in for a short one, going back for a deep one. It's still just footwork based. He's going to go inside out, cross court, everything past the service line. Okay? And we're doing 5 rounds. Okay, so 15 balls. Every round is 3 balls. Ready? Count how many he gets in.
Every four,
Okay.
forehand, every ball, yeah?
Yes. So inside out deep, short, and then back to the middle. Remember that one? We've only done it once with him so far. Ready? Here we go. Go. Around. Good. He shuffles in. And here's the triangle, back to where he was. There's one round. Okay, don't come in on that first ball. Back, back, back. Good, around. Now, if you notice, Sam, on the third one, you keep going, Sam. On this ball, he likes to come in on this instead of staying back. I got to find a way to keep him deep so he hits the ball. It's not an approach shot yet. Good. Here we go, last round, Sam. Good, in. And back. Back, go, go, go. Tough one, sorry. How many? 8 out of 15, okay. Sam, how's your breathing?
Heavy.
Yeah. A little heavy. If we're going through this and you can't make it, we'll cut it down. But we still get the same number of balls done. And you can do triangle on both sides. You can mix it up. And always have that objective. Okay, so he's pretty tired. Want to get a quick drink? You okay? I'm tired just watching him. I don't know if I'll tell you a little bit about Sam. He got here, like I said, 12 days ago from London, and his agent calls me and says, hey, I have a kid that needs some help. He just wants to turn pro, and he's won all these tournaments in England, and is ranked #1, and Pat Cash says, you know, he's got a good deal going. And I said, great, how long has he been playing? He said, he's been playing 5 years, 3 competitively. I said, okay, well, when he got here, I said, man, can this guy hit a ball, you know? And pleasantly surprised, he's doing pretty well. We're only playing a very short amount of time. Yes, he is 18 years old. Yep. Started when you were 13, Sam?
Yeah.
13 years old. So, we're going to make it a good run this year and see what we can do with him. Okay, so we go from fed ball drills to live ball drills. You breathing back okay? Okay. So now we're using the same targets. We're going to now start getting into patterns. Okay, we've warmed them up, we worked on technique. Now we're going to go into patterns. It's got to go 3 backhands cross court deep, and then 1 backhand down the line. Okay? Where are we at? Okay. Each cycle, after he goes down the line, Gustavo's going to go back cross court. He's got to go 3 forehands cross court deep, and 1 forehand down the line. Once he completes 8 balls, that's 1 cycle. He's got to do 10 cycles. Now he doesn't start over if he misses on the second cycle. Doesn't go back to 0, but he keeps that cycle going. Okay, but he's got to do 10. He doesn't finish until he does 10. So let's go backhands cross court.
3 and then down the line 1.
3 and down the line 1. Okay? And all we're doing now is just building up his lesson plan. That's short. He's got to go 3. There's 1. Go. There's 2. There's 3. Down the line. Good. Short. At this point, he's got to start a cycle over, but he can go with the forehand. So he's still at 0. There's 1. Short. Again. There's 1. Good. 2. Let's call it 3 down the line. Down the line. So you can see a cycle. Got it. Now cross court. He's got to complete this one. 1, 2. Let's call it 3. Go down the line. There you go. He would just complete a 1 cycle. He keeps going until he misses. Okay. Short. There's 1. 1. Go. 2. Short.
Early.
Yep. Okay, take a break. He's already breathing pretty hard. Okay? His focus is up and down. Now we're trying to figure out, talk to him and say, okay, what are you doing wrong? Focus on this, focus on that, whatever it is that we're working on him with. But once I see him get tired, I have him stop. I don't want him to get so tired that he can't focus on what he's trying to do. So he finishes 1 cycle and he has to stop, that's fine. Some players go 2, some players go 3, it just depends on the player. But the last thing we want to do is have the player get super tired, then their focus is down the hill and we can't work anything. Okay? Okay. On to the next one. The next one is 3 cross court, now we're getting into play. The same sequence, 3 cross court, 1 on a line. After he's down a line, they play out the point. And they got to play 5 points. Okay? We don't really keep track of who wins the points, but to start the point, he's got to make the shot down the line. Okay? You want to start with forehand or backhand?
I'm sorry, back.
Okay. He's got to make 3. 1. Go. 2. 3. Play it. There we go. Okay. Let's go to the forehand side. Yep. And they would play 5 points. Is that what I have written down here?
Go. 1. 2.
Good. Make it. Yep, got it. Down line. Out. Okay. So, funny thing, when you get a player like this that is not used to the zones, as he's not used to it yet, the concentration just goes all over the place.
3 and 1. Go.
If this was just hit anywhere cross court, we'd be playing a lot more points.
On the line.
Go. Go.
That's 1.
2. Go. Okay. Get some water, Sam. Any questions so far? Good. I've written down in your 5 sheets, mental toughness. This, you'll get some players, Sam, the first day, we test them to see how far we can push them until they crack. Eventually they crack. They start getting frustrated because he couldn't make X number of balls. They've just never been pushed to focus on number of balls they got to make into a certain area. If we take this area here and we close it down, we just take the service line and move it to here. If he was getting, say, 8 out of 10 in this area, we go to 5 feet, all of a sudden it's getting 3 or 4. And that small of a difference. And it's just mentally, they're going, I got to hit deeper now. They're missing long, they're missing wide, they're going all over the place. But they got to settle down and be able to make that shot. Okay? If someone wants to make top 50 in the world, guess what? That target better get a lot smaller and a lot tighter. He's better make a lot more balls. Live ball, not just fed. So we do both. We do feed ball and live ball, mix it in to make sure he can do it, fed ball, and then bring him into live ball and see if he can do it. Then we start getting into patterns. And patterns of play is just this. Can you make 3 cross court? When on a line, play out the point. We build from there. Okay. Let's go into some serves, Sam. If you can put the markers down. With Sam, we started off with 4 feet. That was too easy. We went to 3 feet. That was too easy. Now we're at 2 feet, and that's as small as we go. We don't go any smaller than 2 feet. And it's always an objective. Always an objective. That too, man, that's small. You have small feet.
My 9. 9.5.
Okay. Now, when we do serves, he's got to focus on getting it in, but it's not only where the ball lands. I learned this from Ken DeHart. It's where the ball trails. Okay. At this level of play, I don't care if he can just get it in. I care where it lands and where it finishes. Okay. So a couple of these, we'll play games that we'll say, can you hit the sideline and make it hit the side fence? It doesn't count. If you get it in the box, that's fine. In the zone, that's fine. But if it doesn't hit the side fence, it doesn't count. So warm up a few serves, Sam, real quick. On the slice one, he's got to hit it down the tee, but it's got to land on this side of the pole. If it hits that side of the pole, it doesn't count. This side of the pole is an ace, that side of the pole ball is coming back. So he may get 5 out of 5 in, but maybe only 2 out of 5. That's correct. A few more. So, okay, ready? Okay. Anybody call out a serve that you want him to hit? Anything. Call out a spot and how you want him to hit it. And we'll just do 5. Dick Johnson, what do you think? Where's Dick? How you Dick? 3, huh? No. What part of the court do you want him to hit to? And how do you want him to hit it? Down the tee, flat, spin, or slice? Down the tee, flat. Okay. You got to get 3 out of 5. I mean, best out of 5. In. 1 for 1. Ooh. In. Hit the line. 2 for 2. Good. I'll take that.
Wide.
2 for 3. Hit him. 2 for 4. It's amazing, huh? 2 good ones, and then sprayed the 4th one. Where's this happening there? Nice. 3 for 5. Good. We're happy with 3. As long as he's getting 3, we're rooking. If he's getting 1 or 2, we got to work on a few things, right? Okay, anybody else? Call out a different one. I'm going to show you the toughest one we do. Anybody have another one? Dana, pick one.
On the do side?
Yeah.
Okay. Wide, top
Kick?
spin. Yeah,
Kick,
kick.
okay.
Yeah, kick.
Okay. Now this one has to exit the double sideline before it exits the baseline for it to count. Oh for 1. Oh for 2. Okay. Obviously, if it's a junior player, we widen the area and make it just go straight. Ooh, 1 for 3. It's a good one. 2 for 4. Not bad. 2 for 4. Can you make the 5th one? No pressure, Sam. Ah, tough. So that's where the mental toughness comes into play. In my belief, there's no way to, or it's very difficult to recreate the pressure you're going to feel in a 3rd set tiebreaker, second serve, down 4-5 or whatever, right? How do you recreate that pressure? This is the best way that I've come up with, that we've come up with, to recreate some kind of pressure to make that 9th or 10th ball. When you're hitting 4 hands cross court and you go in best of 10 and you're at 8 for 8, do you change your swing? Do you just push it in? Or do you have the confidence to keep the same swing and make 10 for 10? Okay? When you get a player that can do that, you start shortening the area. Can they still keep that same level of confidence and shot making ability to the same area? Okay. The hardest one we do. In this one, we're going to go down the tee. So, Guga, can you put your racket a little more to the right? That way? Am I right? There you go, right there, perfect. This one has to land down the tee in the correct area. When it hits the fence, it cannot go past his racket to the right. It's got to go straight. Goes this way, that's not an ace. It goes straight, that's an ace. Best of 5. Oh for 1. Ooh, in? Anybody see it? Out? Ooh, tough one. 0 for 2. Oh for 3. Go for 4?
Got long.
Come on, Sam, 1. Give me 1. There we go. Ah! Just missed. Now, there's still good serves, right? But if we wanted to get to a certain level, he'd come to me and said, hey, I want to be, top 10 in the Southwest. The area would be a little bit wider, right? And we wouldn't have it going straight. Just get it in, make sure it's a good serve. Because I want to be top 50 in the world, you know what? We got to cut it down. We don't really work with just general areas and make them work up. We just say, if you want to be top 50, that's a spot, that's what we work on, period. The Gronson's a little bit different, give him a little bit more area, but as he gets better, we shrink it down to the level that we think he needs to be at that level of play. Okay. Anybody have the time? How much time do I have left?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. We'll move along. Come on over, Sam. We'll finish up with some of the things that we like to see. And I spent some time with Lalo yesterday. He blew me away. I recommend you guys stay for his talk today because, man, I thought I knew footwork. I thought I knew a little bit of footwork, and I was just blown away yesterday. But fitness is one of the things that we really look at a player when they come to us. Sam's here for 30 days trying out to see if he can stay with us and train. And we look at fitness. How are they with fitness? What can they do? What do they break down? And a lot of us do suicides, okay? And I'm very picky about the way we do suicides. Some people do the first line. I think that's a waste. We only do the 3 lines when we play a game, okay? Let me get my stopwatch. The game is, he's got to do all 3 suicides. What was your time? 13 seconds or 12? 12 something, right? So, in order for him to win the point, he's got to get 12 something, anything under 13, in the suicide. If he gets 12 something, he wins the point. If he gets 13.0 or more, I win the point. Okay? Now, the rule is, I don't like this. Run, run, run. No, that's not tennis. Tennis is change direction facing the net. So he's got to touch those lines with his left foot, okay? Touch this line with his right foot. I don't have him touch the line because that's not tennis either. You don't get down like this all the time. I want to see how fast can he go for 13 seconds. He only gets 20 seconds to recover. How long do we have between points? 24 seconds, right? Can he recover and do it again? So now he's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls. Out of breath. Can he recover in 20 seconds and go again and still win the point? Yeah, don't do this one. Okay? This one. You don't do this one. Okay? So I caught him. I'm going to time it. Ready? Go. Nope, stop. Touch that line with your left foot, this line with your right foot. Ready? Go. Boom. Good. Turn around. Come on. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12:36. 20 seconds rest. You slow down a little bit before you got here. I know you don't want to hit the fence, but run through it. He probably could have beat 12 if he had run through it. I like to have enough space so they can run through the court. I don't want them slowing down at the end. Ready? So that's 16 seconds, 17, 18. Go. 15, love him. Push, push, push. Go, go. 12:42, 30 love, 20 seconds rest. I've had some kids throw up after the second one, third one. It's tough, but I make their time whatever their first time is. Like, they set the time, right? I test them once, Some gets to get 15 seconds, some gets 16, who knows? But that becomes their time. They're trying to beat their time. See how hard he's breathing? I just gotta do it again. Ready? Go. He's up 30 love. Go, go, come on. Push, push. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12:57, 40 love. Man, I gotta make his time 11 to win the game. He was breathing. Hey, tough. Yeah. Ten seconds. Ready. Go. 40 love, come on.
Go, Sam. Come on, Sam, you got him, go.
8, 9, man. 10, 11. Game, 12:35. Not bad. Good job, Sam. It's tough. It's tough, but now you see it's tennis specific. It's not just a suicide. This line, to me, I don't know why people do this line. It makes no sense. The kids go like this, and it does nothing. But so we do those 3 lines, 6 balls.
You had to beat
Now I
13,
know we
yeah,
can go out
he
to a
scored second
match,
time at 13
play
seconds.
6 hard balls, recover, and do it again.
I love that.
Right? At least physically. Mentally, who knows? But physically, I know you can do that physically. Catch your breath. Whew. That's what I started with, the easiest one. Okay. Cool, we can do this one. You want to do this one?
He
Okay.
said,
Start in the middle,
they
on the
did
service
it
line.
The first time, he never did it. It was 13 seconds.
This one I learned from
That's
Pat
the
Etcheberry, and I
one,
kind
that's his
of
time.
adjusted it a little bit. He's going to go from here, 10 seconds. Sometimes we do 20 seconds. For this, we'll do 10 seconds. He's got to go sidestep, touch the sideline, recover, sidestep, touch, recover, sidestep, touch. He's got 10 seconds. Every time he touches the sideline or a line, it's 1. Okay? The goal is 10. Ready? Go. 1, 2. Here's crossing over, so I'm looking, can he cross over quick? I'm looking for that first quick step. And stop. How many?
I didn't count.
Wait. You start that way?
I was in the zone.
In the zone? Okay, same thing. When he does it, we give him 20 seconds rest, and we do it again. 20 seconds rest. We don't play games, you know, there's nothing to win, but we'll maybe do 3 or 4 rounds of that. Okay, get your racket this time. This time it's got to go to the double sideline, and I want to see how far he can reach, touch the line, recover, reach, touch the line, recover. So same thing, but he's going longer. I want him to reach with his racket. He's got to touch each line with the racket. Every time he touches the line, it's 1. Same hand, okay? Whatever hand they're dominant with, that's the side they start on. Okay? 10 seconds. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. 7. Okay? This is a little tougher. The goal is 8 or 9. I have a kid that can get 12 on the short one with the feet, with just touching the feet, and almost 10 to the side. He's a little bit taller, but can do it. Okay? We'll do 2 or 3 rounds of that. And the last one we do, and everybody's seen this one, put up the spider, you know, the 5 balls, 2 on the baseline, 3 back there. On this one, what we do is I want to see how fast they can change direction, getting down, picking up a ball. The only rule we have is the ball has to be on the racket, or we take half a second penalty. Okay, so I don't want them just to get into the racket and throwing the ball in there, and just to try and get a quick time. I need a quick start-stop motion, quickly, 5 balls in different directions. You surviving, Sam?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Do you need me or can I fill this up?
You can fill that up, that's fine. So polite, these guys from London, huh? Isn't that great? Okay, ready, Guga?
Yeah.
Put your racket in the middle. Right there, perfect. So he's got to do all 5 balls, okay? If a ball comes off the racket, half a second penalty. Ready? Go. Any direction he wants to go. Doesn't matter to me. Kids have tried to come up with a strategy for the best one. They're all the same. Come on, go, go, go. Good. Got it, 1793. We track this, and now he knows that's his time. He's always trying to beat it. If I make him go again right now, what are the times he can beat 1793? Very little. Okay, I gotta give him enough rest that he can do it again at that pace. Okay? I would sometimes have maybe the next player put him back, and the next player pick him up, next player put him back. Okay, that's good with that. That's basically the speed work that we do. There's a lot more that we do. How much time do I have left? 5 minutes? Okay. There's a place on here where I put, oh, this is a good one. One of the things we do for timing, to have the players put their timing, and Sam had a little bit of a tough time with this, and maybe Ken can help me with this, but go to the baseline, Sam, and go to the baseline, get your racket. Sometimes the players have a hard time with the timing. Maybe it's not their stroke, but the timing is bad. See if we can do it with Sam today. He hated it the first day. I could talk us, he wouldn't call it out loud. You guys are just gonna rally down the middle, okay? Always an objective, down the middle. Sam has to say bounce when the ball hits his side of the court. He's gotta say hit when he makes contact with the ball. Okay? Just rally, ready?
Bounce hit, yeah?
Yeah, bounce hit. Ready?
Bounce hit. Bounce hit.
Okay. Day one, he was saying bounce way too early and hit way too early.
Bounce hit. Bounce hit.
Good.
Bounce hit.
This is a great way to work on the time. You can see, hey, he's got to focus on the ball.
Bounce hit.
Is it right on the money? Is he saying bounce? When it bounces, he's saying hit as soon as he hits it.
Bounce hit. Bounce hit.
Okay, stop. Good. We do this with all the drills. Okay, we sometimes wrong with the forehand cross court. We'll stop and do bounce hit just on the forehand cross court. At that point, we stop counting because we don't want to worried about that. We want to worry about this. So we don't count until he fixes that, then we go back to counting. The next one is a split step. Now he has to say bounce when the ball hits that side of the court. Okay? He has to say split when Gustavo hits the ball. And hopefully when he says split, that's when he splits. Got that? We haven't done this one with you yet. Yeah, you say bounce when the ball hits that side of the court.
Yeah.
When he hits the ball, you say split, and that's when you split step. Go.
Bounce.
Good. So now everybody watch the split. Is he doing it on time?
Split.
Good.
Bounce split.
Good.
Bounce split.
Early on the split there.
Bounce split.
Good.
Bounce split.
Good.
Bounce split. Bounce split.
Good job. Last one.
Bounce split.
Good.
Bounce split.
All right. Stop. Good. Those are two of the things that we use for timing and for split step in any one of our drills, no matter what we do. Last thing, Sam, come on over. Sam just learned this one. This is a 30-second stroke. We learned this from a trainer that does a lot of different training techniques, but this one I like the best, okay? It gives me a chance to look at Sam's stroke in slow motion, and it gives him a chance to focus on his stroke all the way through. So we'll do it just 30 seconds, okay? So do a 30-second forehand for me. He's got to go from the beginning of the forehand, from the back, to the end in 30 seconds. Go. When he gets to here, it's got to be 15 seconds. Usually I would have a clock here. He's got to go through. If he's doing anything wrong through the stroke, I can come in here, correct it, right? I can change it. I can open up the racket. I can close it. I want to make sure at contact point, right? He's there. Or just follow through.
Full Western.
Good. So we can talk technique all day long. Everybody has their different styles, but with whatever I'm working on with, for example, the backhand that we just did with Ken, we're going to be focusing on a certain thing, and I would have him do that skill, 30, 45, 1 minute. Some players do 5 minutes. 5 minutes of the forehand, from here to here, 5 minutes. It's a long time. And they're engaged the whole time. They're not just standing there. They're engaged. They're down. They're going through the whole stroke. The guy that taught it to me says that it's like hitting, if you do a 5-minute forehand, it's like hitting a couple of hundred mentally. I don't know if that's true, but we've seen some good results with it. I'll change the time depending on the player. 30 seconds. He did 2.5 the first time. It was too long for him. We cut it down to 90 seconds. So it just depends. My time is almost up. I want to thank you guys for having me here today. If you have any questions, I'll be around the rest of the day. Thanks a lot.